There we go. Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Major Diesel. As you might remember, I work on a farm, and you can see here the tractor behind me, and yeah, I take care of a few chores and things when my landlord is gone in exchange for my rent. So right now he has gone to visit some of his relatives and assigned me to take care of his herd of cows. We got over 150 cows and heifers all told. And normally we feed every day with this this tractor here. There, you got a picture of it. It's a TS6 110 New Holland. And we don't feed in bale feeders. We feed by rolling the hay out on the ground. Now, yesterday I had a problem here. This is the bale unroller that we use. That's on a 3-point hitch. And these two arms with the round discs on them open and close. And they move back and forth with that hydraulic cylinder down there. I started taking it apart a little bit already. I'll just show you here. Now, if you look down in here, see this rod right here? It connects on the end of this cylinder here. It's actually supposed to hang on this little piece of stuff here. I just stuck the pin back in for demonstration here. The rod is supposed to be connected on to this bushing that's right in here on this pin. And as you can see, I'll just pull the pin out here. There we go. Look at this piece here. It's broke right off where it was welded on. That's just a piece of heavy wall pipe used as a bushing. And this here is a piece of 1-inch diameter shaft that is used for a push rod. And hydraulic pressure has put some nice bends in that shaft as well. I'm not sure if I'll be able to straighten it. I'd like to. We'll have to see. But we have all these pieces ready to take inside to the workbench and weld them. But before we go, I should get the tractor ready to go. We keep the tractor parked beside the house so we can keep it plugged in. And when you start a tractor, even if you start it every day, you should usually check the oil. See, oh, there's lots of good oil on the dipstick. Yeah. Okay. You never know when you're starting a tractor every day, if you happen to spring a leak in the turbo line, or something happened to poke the bottom of the oil pan, you didn't see it, and the next day it's out of oil, you start it, and it goes bad on you, and it stops on you. Okay, here we are. Handle range is in neutral. Gear shift is in neutral. Forward reverser's in neutral. Hydraulic valve is in center position. Ready to start. Because it's plugged in, this tractor will start perfectly. There we go. Now we always start this tractor about an hour before, or half an hour before we use it in cold weather like this, because we have trouble with the hydraulic pump, and the hydraulics is too when the hydraulics is too warm, or I mean it's too cold, then we blow seals in the hydraulic pump on this. So okay, we're going to take these pieces off into the shop and see what we can do with it. Okay, so this is the little workbench area we have in the basement of my landlord's shop. There's the welder we use there, and we use it with gas. Sometimes he takes it out to the shop and we have flex core wire for it as well. And of course, here's the parts we're going to work on here. This little vise isn't very well attached to the bench, but it holds things in place when I weld them. I think I'm going to get myself a big hammer and see if we can straighten out that rod first. Okay, so we've got our rod here, and I'm going to see if I can straighten it here. By hitting it with this big maul. Straighten it some, I think. Hit it again. Well, it really flies around when you hit it crooked. That time I hit it straight on. Yeah, it's getting somewhere. That should do it. Okay, now we're gonna take and grind this down a little bit. Here's my grinder here. Okay, I don't have proper eye protection, but I do wear glasses. But if you're careful at which way you aim the sparks, okay, so that grinds off the old weld from that piece. If you notice, I made it have quite some slope to it. Lots of space to fill up with weld there. And now we have to take and grind off all this old weld. Okay. What's left of the weld on there seems to be pretty well burnt in. And I ought to be able to match that. Now we'll take and set this up so that weld it on here. Okay, now I'm ready. Take off this big goofy hat and put on my welding shield goggle. Okay, now I should plug in the welder. Go. And of course that moved my whole machine a little bit. Push that back in there. Okay. Now switch it on. Actually, I'm going to turn it up to the highest setting. Round clamp here. Gas. Okay. See what we can do. Ready to go. Okay. That's tapped on. Stock is hard to get the round clamp to stay stuck to. There we go. Side there. And over. Maybe I need to grind out a hunk of weld that fell down the side. Deep enough. You need to almost have an empty space in the middle so you can get a full penetration of weld the whole way to the center. You're actually building a new piece of metal here, and you're not just sticking things together. Grind it up a little more. It's always good when you're welding to make two passes with the welder. It makes the heat go in different. This out. say I'm getting the whole piece pretty hot, but it's a big, heavy piece of bar, and it's pretty hard to get the weld to penetrate. Well, no, here we have it, folks. If you look under there, it's hooked up to the thing. There's the part that I welded. It's up to the cylinder. All ready to go and feed some cows. Well, here we go. We have to get out there and feed the cows. Nice sunshiny morning. It was foggy earlier. It's turning out to be a nice day. Nice January 4th wintry day. I think it was -6 this morning, which Celsius isn't too bad. Look at that beautiful sun coming out and the little patches of fog yet. Down there's the lake, all iced over and foggy. All the fresh hoarfrost on the cottonwood trees here. Just a beautiful morning. Cows all out there on the hillside, basking in the sunshine, waiting for us. Over here, there's a pen full of heifers down close by the barn here. Just starting to look out from the fog. All the heifers there. Some are calves, some are last year's heifers. They're going to be cows this summer. And there's our big herd of cows out there on the hillside. And you look ahead of us here, this is our feed for the winter. These long rows of white wrapped bales are, some is grain silage and some was wet weedy hay that we feed. It makes a slightly different feed quality when it's high moisture but wrapped up with plastic. When it's wrapped with plastic, it can't get rotten and it can't get moldy, but it makes good feed yet. But it starts to ferment a little bit like silage or sauerkraut. Now these bales out here, what was left over we couldn't get in the shed. We save them to feed in feeders when we don't have to cut the twines off, or we'll feed them out if it gets warm and the snow starts melting. Otherwise, you can hardly get the strings off. If you can't take the strings off, we can't roll them up. Here's our hay shed. Now it's a long building. And it was stacked right full to this end, the end of September. And So that's how much we've been feeding yet this winter. We started feeding the last week of October, and yeah, we fed the distance between 4 posts of the hay barn here. We almost have to grab a bale here. Perfect. Just back out into the yard here, and I'll put this bale down so that I can put it on the roller. And we'll get another bale. Now we're going to look out the back here. I'm going to just pop open the back window to make it a little easier to see what's going on here. Open the bale grabbers up, and lower the 3-point hitch just a little bit. Get lined up with the bale just right. There we go. There we go. Let's see, yeah, that should be okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. So I'm headed out into the field to get among the cows now. Just open this gate. Came through. Cows are going to want to eat, so I don't have to worry about closing the gate right away. And there's a water tub. We just have a trickle watering system. It overflows a little bit. You may have seen some ice there. But cows get water. When there's enough snow like this, after a while the cows stop drinking water, just eat snow. So probably in a week or two here we won't bother letting the water trickle anymore because it makes too much mess. Right now there isn't a very deep snow and we don't want the cows to eat it all up and then need some moisture and have our water frozen. Here we have our herd of cows all waiting for me up on the bench. I have to shift into a lower gear here so that I don't run into any cows. There we go. Usually with a hay bale on the front, up in the air, they don't like going right underneath the bale. They like being a little bit beside it, so then they don't get hit by the tractor. But once in a while one forgets herself and just stands in front of the tractor and gets bumped. So whenever they walk in front of the tractor, I like to give a couple of toots on the horn just to let them know that a tractor's moving. Cows don't have very good sense to move fast. They like to just take their time when they move. Why I had to put it in a slower gear. Here's where I've been feeding cows every day. I roll out the hay on the ground. The cows lick it right up. And it's cold enough right now that all of the cow crap freezes solid. And the snow, there's hoarfrost and snow every night. And so the cows are pretty much eating everything that I put out on the ground before they have a chance to make a mess of it. As you can see, there's no hay laying on the ground anywhere here. They ate it all up from yesterday. Yesterday I rolled out 3 bales. Okay, I gotta go out and cut some strings off now. To roll out the bale with the roller. You get to see how the roller works here. Got the 3.8 lever down. And I just meander across the field here. And the hay rolls out on the ground. And the cows lick it up. Sometimes a bale jams up like this and doesn't roll, but it usually starts rolling again. It's a little harder when you have bales that are made of silage and it's a little bit stuck together. Sometimes you have to roll them backwards and forwards both. There we go. Right down to the end of the bale. So I just open up my arms and lift them up. And that little tiny piece will just stay there. Okay. There we go.